Here we go again, guys. Talking about the MCU. Guys, Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are all having a great day. If you guys would, please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit that bell notification button. That way you guys don't miss out on a single video or stream here on the channel. And as always, we're going to be talking positives and negatives, talking about a new Disney Plus show titled Secret Invasion. This is, of course, part of the MCU Phase 5, and it was released here in 2023. And I had no expectations for this show whatsoever. I did not read the comics of the Secret Invasion storyline. So when this was announced, I was like, okay, cool. Shape-shifting aliens trying to take over Earth. Sounds like a really cool concept. Also, I apologize for all the background noise. I've got a bunch of people right now in the house and they're talking while I'm trying to record. So I apologize for all the loudness in the background. But the show doesn't follow the comic books. From friends that I have heard from that have watched the show, partially. They couldn't finish watching the show like me, and I don't blame them. But they said that this show doesn't follow the comic books at all. Even the writers said online during interviews, you don't even need to read the comics to understand this storyline, to understand this show. And I'm like, so why is it called Secret Invasion? If it's Secret Invasion, TV show, and it's not based on the source material, why are you calling it Secret Invasion? You should call it something else. Like, Nick Fury tries to save tries to save Earth from alien evil bad guys. I know it doesn't sound really, amazing on Disney Plus, but at the same time, it's not. This isn't a secret invasion. There's nothing secret invasion about it. There's no invasion, and there's nothing secret. The show tells you everything that you need to know, bit by bit by bit. Also, this is basically a sequel to Captain Marvel, and it is a setup to the Marvel's film coming out in a couple months. So if you're like me and you really, really, really love Captain Marvel, and you're so excited to see the Marvels movie coming out in a couple months, then you're going to love this show. No. I'm sorry, but no. Even Samuel L. Jackson, during an interview, said he doesn't care about the MCU anymore. And I can't blame him, because this show was just boring. The action that is in here, it's very boring. It's very dialogue heavy. The characters are constantly making stupid decisions just for the sake of building up tension, which does not work. You would also think that the concept of the Skrulls being shape-shifting aliens would be cool, but the concept is wasted, and it's nothing but a gigantic plot device for all 6 episodes. Nick Fury's character is also just a Marvel version of Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Nick Fury is just an old, sad, lonely, without an order, without a purpose type of character. He's an Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. He's Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones in the Dial of Stupidity. Fury has PTSD because of the blip. What? Nick Fury doesn't get PTSD in the comics. Nick Fury does not do that. It's just stupid. There is stupid writing throughout this entire show. Also, at the end of the first episode, the show has the audacity to raise the stakes somehow by not only killing off Agent Ross, which is just Skrull, in a stupid way, but they also kill Agent Hill in an unsatisfying way. She literally just gets shot point-blank range by Gravik, the main villain of the show. He just point-blank shoots her because he's shapeshifted as Nick Fury. Now, it was cool to see War Machine in the MCU. However, we find out through obvious breadcrumbs that the Colonel Rhodes during this entire show is a Skrull, and that the actual Colonel Rhodes, actual War Machine, has been in some sort of stasis pod for some time. I'm not even sure. I'm sure the show explained it to me, but I just don't care. That's how bored I was trying to figure it out. And the fact that also there is 1 million Skrulls in disguise on Earth, you would think there would be like some sort of shock value in that revelation. It would be kind of scary. But the show does nothing with this revelation. It's just like, yeah, 1 million of the people that are on this planet are actually Skrulls, Nick Fury. Hope you enjoyed that little revelation. Don't you like the revelation that I just told you? No? But there's 1 million Skrulls living on Earth. See, how I'm talking and how I'm trying to tell you this information, it being boring, is how the show does it. It's boring. I'm not trying to bore you. I'm just trying to imitate the show. Oh. I mean, we even get a revelation that some of the Skrulls have infiltrated all of the heads of state, generals, and major soldiers, and members of NATO. But it's just not like, oh no, they're taking over the Earth. There's no shock value. There's not like, this has big implications or anything. There's just nothing. Also, the explanation for why none of the Avengers, not even one Avenger, shows up in this entire show, their explanation for it makes no sense. Literally zero zip. Where is Captain Marvel? Where has Captain Marvel been since the ending of Endgame? Because I'm sure the Marvels movie will explain it. Still doesn't matter. Where has she been for the past 4 years? Where's Monica Rambeau been since the events of WandaVision? Like, Fury has friends. Why isn't he, like, given Bucky and the new Captain America... I can't say that. Falcon. Why hasn't he given Winter Soldier / Bucky or... the new Captain America dude a call? New Captain America hurts my head. I'm sorry. There's no explanation properly done as to why there's no Avengers in this show whatsoever. There's not like a phone call saying, yeah, we're kind of in the middle of some sort of calamity, trying to save the world on the other side of the world. It's just dumb. Also, there's this really stupid side subplot where Fury is now in love with a Skrull. It is just, it comes out of left field. It adds no value to the show. It adds nothing to Nick Fury's character. If anything, it just adds in another character to constantly berate Nick Fury and tell him that he's worthless and garbage and has no purpose in the world. And I hate that. Another thing I hate in this show is the shades of gray morality. There's this shades of gray morality where the heroes and the villains can constantly go back and forth between being a hero and a villain. And it truly makes the believer believe that anyone can just do anything they want and people get what they deserve. And I hate that being thrown at audiences. And it's constantly being thrown at you during this show's runtime. It's constant, and I hate it. Like I said, the show is very dialogue heavy. The action sequences really don't start kicking off until episode 4 with the introduction of the Super Skrulls. General Talos also is killed off in this show. Stupidly, he's from Captain Marvel. Obviously, he gets killed while trying to save the president. And it was kind of sad because I thought like he was like the only character in the entire show that actually had any like motivation for what he was doing. Like every time Nick Fury was saying something or he was about to do something, I'm just like, but why? And you're just literally following a script. Talos felt like a character that was going on a journey. He had some sort of difficulties with his daughter. He had, the problem of being a general of 1 million people and trying to find them a safe world and try keeping them alive and making sure he kept his word with his allies. Talos felt like a really interesting character, and he just gets killed off at the end of episode 4 in some sort of really stupid way, and I did not like the treatment of that. Anytime a character got killed off in this entire show, it was supposed to raise the stakes, but it never did. It felt like, oh, well, that character's arc is just somehow over, even though there's a lot of plots and things that they could have resolved in their life, but they didn't get to, and I understand that's life, but at the same time, this is a TV show. It's fiction, and you want to have a character be satisfied in what they did in life before they die. Kind of like with Tony Stark / Iron Man. It's like when he did end up sacrificing himself in Avengers Endgame, it's because, he has done so much already with his life. He got married, he's saved the world a million times, he's got a daughter, he's left behind a legacy, he's built tech that's almost wiped out the world, and he did the ultimate sacrifice that nobody else could or would. And he saved the entire world, he saved the entire universe. And he'll always be remembered for that. But we don't get anything like that in this show, unfortunately. We haven't really gotten anything like that since the Loki show, and I know that show gets a lot of flack. But ever since Avengers Endgame, the only thing that I've really gung-ho, really superly enjoyed on repeat viewings is Loki. And this show just doesn't meet those benchmarks whatsoever. The finale of the show concludes with two Skrulls having Avengers-like powers. I thought it was kind of cool, even though it made no logical sense. And then the show continues to make it where the bad guys lose, the good guys win. Nothing really of great importance happens. And it ends on some sort of odd cliffhanger where Fury and his wife get beamed up by Scotty to the Saber Station. I mean the Enterprise. I mean the Saber Station. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm watching Star Trek at the moment while I'm doing these videos. I just... As you can tell, I'm not really able to come up with a lot of positive things to talk about when it comes to the show. Episode-wise, I'm going to give Episode 1 a 6 out of 10. Episode 2 a 6 out of 10. Episode 3, I think, is the worst with a 5 out of 10. Episode 4 a 7. Episode 5 a 7. Episode 6 a 6. And I'm going to give the entire show a 6 out of 10, guys. It was boring. It was bad. I guess if you're needing to scratch some sort of Marvel itch, or you're just bored out of your mind and you have nothing else to watch, you can watch this. Another problem is that all these episodes are 30 minutes long, if. I'm not looking forward to the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe coming out for Phase 5 and 6. I don't plan to watch the Marvel's film, even when it does drop on Disney+. I would rather watch a summary video of someone telling me the exact plot online after it's been out for a while, and then I'll just be caught up with it. It's really sad that Marvel movies / TV shows... I remember when WandaVision was announced, everyone was like, it's going to be an awesome event, we get Wanda and Vision and a cool mystery thriller, and it's like, the Marvel films and projects, they used to be events. I remember going and seeing Captain America Civil War opening night. And same thing for Avengers Endgame opening night. Those were events. Those were memories made that will always be ingrained in my brain along with everybody that went with me. Now it's anything that Disney makes is constantly under a microscope, constantly for whatever garbage they think they can produce and get away with. And it's weird how Disney, I guess, is just now afraid for some reason. Since 2019, they're afraid to make a good product. I don't understand why, but they are. They're afraid to make a good product. And they could. They could easily. I mean, this show could easily be an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. But it's just dialogue heavy. It's boring. It's constantly telling you, the audience, that men are just pathetic and not necessary to... society, and that women are just all-powerful beings for some unknown reason. The show, I'm sure, tries to tell me, but it doesn't work. This whole MCU thing, I can see coming, and I'm not looking forward to it. We've already gotten Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I might watch the Thunderbolts movie, maybe. But besides that, I don't care until the next Avengers film. And if the next Avengers movie is all girl boss, I don't know if I'm going to actually care about watching it and or even reviewing this stuff anymore. I just, I've had several people tell me, the MCU just basically ended with Avengers Endgame, and I can understand that. Everything else after that has just been fluff content for the most part. So, Secret Invasion gets a 6 out of 10, average total combined. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye.